Hey everybody, welcome. Good evening. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studio, and I'm working on my own comic called Retro, a superhero inspired by the comics I grew up on. And yeah, it's been a heck of a day. I'm finally getting around to work. I was loosely planning to start my day earlier, um, but that didn't seem to work out. And then I proceeded to help a friend of mine move around their apartment and got a bit of a workout. Oh no. I think I didn't. Uh, I didn't leave my brush in a good place. Come on. I might have to walk away. Walk away for a minute. Yeah. Unless, let's see. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to use a quill. I was going to use a brush and do some bold lines, but I think I'll do some fussy line work. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure the ARTCAST is happening now, which is why nobody's here at the moment. But that's okay. This will be available for later for everybody to watch. So yeah, what did I do? Oh, well, I mean, some good news is I sold some original art. Some comic pages I had, which is good because I really want to get rid of everything old. I have a stack of over 100 pages of work I have to do, and I really want to get rid of what's this brick stuff. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, really want to work on getting rid of fuzzy little hairs when you're working with a quill. All right, I don't see any. Yeah, in order to work towards getting my studio in phenomenal working condition, um, I want to do away with everything that's not essential. So if I can really put a lot of the art I have and that I do not want to keep, that is all part of former projects. Um, I really have to start posting a lot more of it around. So I was glad I did the other day, and somebody saw it and picked up 3 pages. So that was really nice. Um, definitely needed the buckaroonies. And there's so much I need to do. But I guess that money is going to my internet. so there's that. And that's not even paying the whole bill, but at least I can keep it alive. But yeah, so I did do a little shopping, took care of that at the post office, some essential stuff. I need to shave. Um, what's that more? Looks like he's holding something. Oh, you gotta watch out for tangents in your pencils. And as an anchor, if it looks like a bad tangent, that's when something is overlapping something else, and it makes for a confusing image. I try to change it ever so slightly so it's not as confusing. Yeah, so I was doing all that running around. Then I went to go help my friend with her apartment. Um, and I was there a bunch of hours. We were taking some breaks. It's like this Norman Reedus weird sci-fi horror video game, and for whatever reason, I thought of it, and I was like, I wonder if they have the cutscenes on YouTube, and we found it, and it was like 11 hours long. uh, we obviously didn't watch all 11 hours, but a good chunk of it in between shifting everything around in her place. Um, really, kind of an interesting story, and I'm really curious where it all goes. Maybe I'll watch it myself, but I know she will be. Um, so I'll at least ask her if the rest of it was just as cool. So, like a very different United States of America, all destroyed by these dead creatures or something, and Norman's character hooks into a baby. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I thought he had a baby. But that's not the case, I think. Um, but anyway, so the point of that is that kind of really had a bit of a workout. Then I came back here, and man, there's just so much I need to do here, and I still have to find some paperwork to take care of something. Um, and I at least took care of some dishes when I got back here and put on some coffee because, went a few hours without coffee. Uh, that's my number one drink. Although I am drinking more water. Um, and when I'm hanging out with my friend, she drinks Coke, so that's kind of what I tend to drink over there. I'm not much of a Coke drinker outside of restaurants. Mostly. Mostly. Um, and yeah, so I'm kind of feeling the effects of moving furniture around and whatnot. I'm not an athlete, but I consider myself not a weakling, but when the most you do is push a brush around, so any physical effort is taxing on the body. Um, so I always in my life, once I started doing comics, always made a point, like if I'm ever doing anything physical, to take a break afterwards. Um, Especially with inking. You're putting finishing touches on something, and I noticed that, like, if I was very physical, um, my hands start shaking, and that is not conducive to getting clean wine work done. Not at all. So I, had a little bit of a break, but because I'm trying to keep up with doing daily streams now, this is, it's comics and art number 4, but I kind of did the first episode a while back. So I mean, this is number 5, but I did it back. I have only done 4 in a row at this point. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, if anything, I'm not shaking. I wasn't overdoing it physically, but I am kind of exhausted. I think really until I start getting back into my rhythm. That's my ongoing theme is, oh man, I'm tired. It doesn't mean I'm just gonna like pass out on my art table in a second, but sometimes it's just a matter of getting your juices flowing. But I think tonight won't be a long episode. So what is it? Tomorrow's Friday. I'm getting my days mixed up, but tomorrow's Friday, I guess. I want to do some longer episodes, and there's a lot I want to do, and I just got to be happy with what I am accomplishing. The whole point of um, trying to create a daily habit of doing this and a bunch of other things. I want to put more time into my own project than I have been, um, but I'll get there. I'll get there. But yeah, man, I remember, yeah, maybe probably in the early 2000s. Um, I was still in New York, and I was doing like a maintenance assistant at one point, and it was a much more physical job than a lot of other jobs I have had. And trying to shake it off after a day of work and do some art. And it was just like my hand was shaking. It was like it was saying no. Hey, Russ. He says, let me put it on the screen. Keep forgetting I could do that. Hey, Peter, I'm at the other end of the clock needing coffee here too. Absolutely. I just love coffee. I could drink it all the time. I work out every morning, gets my blood going. Hopefully this bloody virus goes soon so I get back to karate class instead of doing kata in the garden. My name is Stick Man. I don't know, man. It's like lots of people exercise in their backyard. I guess your neighbors just aren't used to it. Um, that's cool. Yeah. It's funny. I'm, I was part of a gym years ago and I barely went. But I was thinking, of joining the local gym just as this pandemic started. So the very day I was going to sign up is like everything shut down. So I was like, uh-oh, what happened? What happened? I guess the world didn't want me to go to the gym. So I just been doing, stuff in my apartment, cardio, sweating to the 80s. No, not sweating to the 80s, but stuff I find on YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I think I should. I don't know. I need to get another clock. Um, I have one that's in the bedroom that I want to keep in the bedroom because I always look at it when I'm in the bedroom. But I really need to get one for the studio. That's another thing I could have picked up today. Gotta stop making a list, I guess. But yeah, so, this morning flew by, and yeah, I was on the fence of what I wanted to do. I guess I just gotta wake up tomorrow and really just push myself to take care of some things. I think today I just needed a break and wasn't like at least a morning break. But it sucks when you get so many things you want to do and have to do, and then it's weird. One of my old neighbors, who rumor is he was kicked out of here, showed up yesterday. So I heard some hoopla going on outside. That's always fun. Mm-mm. So if you're watching this for the first time, welcome. Um, yeah, I mentioned before I'm working on my comic retro. I'm just trying to keep focused on building some daily habits. So I'm not goal heavy, other than accomplishing things every day. You know, one is working on my own personal project. I'm also inking a graphic novel. Um, Trying to make some of my own artwork. This particular project was penciled by my friend Rich Fuchsia. He's on Instagram as Blueprints and Strategies, or you could just type in Rich Fuchsia, or is it Richard? I forget. But yeah, with issue 2, I'll be writing, penciling, and inking. So I want to, I try to sketch at least every day. I haven't been posting on Instagram as much as I was not too long ago. I got to get back into that. Uh, but I've been busy. Yeah, so I was. Oh man, the days are blending together already. Let's see. Well, if today is Thursday, um, oh, I did the That's right. I did. It came. It came from the radio show that my friend created and hosts, Mark Torres. Um, and he's got a bunch of co-hosts, and it's sponsored by a library. Um, and I was the guest on that, and that went really well. I was on Zoom, and I've never been on Zoom before, so it was a little. It's a little bizarre, a little different than other hangouts and streaming and whatnot. Um, but that was a lot of fun. It was an hour show, and he does news, and they talk with each other. And then they did some commercials, and then focus was on me. It was a lot like I used to do a radio show with Mark years ago in New York, actually, specifically Long Island. Um, it was a lot like that, just a different cast of everybody else. Um, so it's never totally serious. Um, and the girl, much like the girl we had, is really goofy. Um, Turns out, she liked a bunch of stuff on my Instagram. She's an actress. Makes sense. Uh, but that was a lot of fun. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll put the link and put it into the description. I gotta do a lot more than just I have a whole bunch of links. I gotta grab that tomorrow and put it into my video descriptions. I've been keeping them mostly blank. Uh, but yeah, so many thanks to Mark for having me on. Obviously the graphic novel I'm working on, it's called The Chosen Few, is a project that Mark created and wrote. Um, and it's been sort of stuck in the void for 15 years or so. But it's in my hands now, and I'm going to ink it up. He's got a new publisher for it. So when things really start happening, I'll really talk about it. But it's a nice looking book. So I did show some artwork from that on the episode, and even though we did it on Zoom, he has it posted up on his channel on YouTube. So I'll go grab the link. So there's a bunch of conversation going on in chat. Let me catch up. Says Salazar Art Nation showed up, aka Frank. Had coffee 2 hours ago. I'm still feeling it. That's some dynamite coffee. I took a 10-minute walk. That's more or less my exercise. I hear you. Oh, so I guess Russ is going on the show tonight. And got up an hour earlier. So now it's coffee time. Yeah, it's Scott and the current ARTCASTERS, that show's on tonight, and Jeff does his show, and that's a little later. I'm thinking I want to do my show more in the morning. Probably not tomorrow, but because I wanna keep my evenings for myself, and if I could do streaming in the morning, then I could at least feel like it's out of the way. At least one thing is done and accomplished early in the day, and that makes for a better day. But we'll see. I'm still not set on exactly when I'm doing these. Mostly it's just been whenever I can turn on the camera and get some work done. Kind of so far so good. I've been keeping consistent. Have you guys seen the the picture of Gibran and the ARTCASTERS that he posted up for Jeff's show? It's him. Well, it's his face over somebody's body in a white. It looks like a white jumper in what appears to be a chicken farm with a red truck. And Gibran's got a gun in his hand. Well, it's just his head on somebody else's body, but it's so hilarious. So Frank says, I'm making it pretty strong, meaning his coffee. Well, I do Folgers. Perhaps one day I'll might look into something a little stronger. Because within Folgers, there's different brands they have, and I'm using the strongest one. I don't know. I tend to like, you know, I'm not much of a Starbucks guy, although sometimes their coffee is good. But I freaking love Dunkin' Donuts, and we do have a Dunkin' Donuts in my town. We don't have a Starbucks, which is fine. I mean, the thing about Starbucks that I like is that you can hang out there, go there to write or draw, or have a decent cup of coffee, and usually a cool crowd of people. But we have a place, we have a coffee house in town that's like that. Although, I actually haven't checked them out. They're out on Main Street. Mm-mm-mm. But believe it or not, I've been going a half hour, and I knew tonight I wouldn't go that long. Um, One of the things I did is picked up some razors, and I'm about overdue to shave my head. And because I've been um, moving my friend's place around, I definitely want to do that. Take a shower. Um, then I'll probably crash because I've already had a long day. But definitely thank you guys for coming around, chatting with me. Um, if you're watching this later, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. Trying to increase my subscribers. Maybe one day I'll hit 1,000. I'm long overdue. Spread the word. Um, sometimes I'm more informative oriented, but I just wanted to mostly just get some work done here tonight. Every little bit helps to get it done. Moving forward. Um, so yeah, that's what I think I'll do. I'm already past the half hour. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm gonna try for midday. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try midday. I don't think I have anything scheduled that would interrupt that. And I'm gonna try to do over an hour, which last couple of episodes are close to an hour, so there's that. All right, everybody, take care. See you again tomorrow. Hope you're working on your projects. Thanks, Rex. Thanks, Frank. Take care, everybody.